All right, we are back, and we didn't have a great day yesterday. Not as good as the first day. You can't really beat going 14-3 or whatever we did in that first game. It's hard to predict, especially in the beginning of the season, a full game script, and we'll see that. We're just going to jump right into the screen here. 1 for 4, but I will say that Jordan Loveline, gets injured. Hopefully it's not an ACL. It looks like some sort of MCL, ACL situation. Didn't look great, but regardless, he's going to get one more throw off. I do think so. So he would have gone over there for us. Devontae Smith, that last drive of the game, he got his 6th with like 2 minutes left. It was interceptions, turnovers all over the place, and I don't know what to say about Luke Musgrave. We can say that we called Saquon Barkley having an absolute game. So I'm going to throw this one out the window. That's going to happen. We're not throwing $1 million on one game, and we got a ton of games to talk about for tomorrow, and really liking the plays that we're going to go over. And if you're not in the Discord or if you're not in any sort of community, definitely check us out. I'm only going to give out a few plays for us on the YouTube channel, but we're going to talk about stuff all throughout the day and the night for the Discord, and people are sharing their own plays, and I'll have my personal slips posted in there. You can check out how to get in there using the link in the description. It's going to tell you to join through the Dub Club. If you sign up using any of my codes, though, PrizePicks, Underdog, a lot of these places are giving you free trial, or not free trials. They're giving you discounts galore during football season. I know Underdog's doing like a discount at least every single day of September. Chalkboard, Betr, all these different sites. I post plays not just for PrizePicks in my Discord. So check us out. Again, we're going to do better than this on most days, and we have been killing it. So we had a lot of a couple multi-sport plays. We hit this one, which was awesome. Luis Ortiz, he played today instead of yesterday. So that was frustrating because his game got postponed, and he hit his line that we took. We took his under strikeouts. So we would have hit the 25x there, and then hit a couple slips this morning and again last night. So we're kind of cooking. September, I think we're up. I think I talked about it. It's like 20 units or something. And just having a good time. So not going to do as poorly as we did yesterday, but again, just one game. I'm not too worried about it. So let's just jump into the board and talk some plays for today. Or tomorrow, I guess, Sunday. All right, so jumping into the desktop screen here, this is the play. So if you wanted to just get them in, I don't usually do this, but I know some people are going to be cramming it in. Maybe a long Saturday night, you need to get these in right before game time. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these are shifted when you attack good lines. That's what happens. Things are going to move, and that's why I post them right the second I make them on my own. I post them in the Discord so you can tail there before the shifts do happen. But I'm going to like these even regardless of bumps, I think, especially these first two. So Caleb Williams, first off, if you're not on PrizePicks, get on PrizePicks. Use my code. It's code RichPicks. The link is down in the description if you want to just use that link as well. If you put $5 on anything, they're going to just put $50 into your account, which is awesome. And Caleb Williams has a free square. So 0.5 yards for Caleb Williams, the rook. Obviously, they're getting excited for his debut. And 0.5 yards, obviously, he's going to get there. So nice little free square there. I can only do $5 on discounts. So that's why I only did a $5 play on this. But my typical unit size is around $20. I don't want to end up doing more than that and getting banned and limited because I like playing alongside you guys. I like to be excited when these things hit. And really liking this one, obviously, for Caleb Williams, but also just the whole thing. So let's start going one by one here. It's a combo here with Jaylen Waddle and Tua. Really, really good combo because there's no payout shift here. I took the fantasy score for Waddle. I'm going to discuss that in a second. And then interesting line here. I've never bet on this before. I don't remember them having this last year. Maybe they did near the end of the year. But completion percentage for Tua. We're going to break down those two. Next up would be Michael Pitman Jr. over 5.5 receptions. He's the lone number one target there. And he had a really good connection at the beginning of last year with Anthony Richardson. So hopefully that offense looks good. And they got that good connection that we saw last year, at the beginning of last year. And then we'll talk about the kicker in a second. But let's just go one by one and start with this combo here and Jaylen Waddle to start us off. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out for Jaylen Waddle here is over on DG Fantasy. This is going to show us market value, and it's saying, hey, PrizePicks got him at 12.5. Take the over. We got a good percentage chance to hit. Why is that? All these other books that have his fantasy score pointed out, they're high 13s, some of these mid 14s. You see DraftKings at 14.5. So a ton of data points, favoring this over. They're much higher than what PrizePicks is at. So really, really liking Waddle right off the bat on market value, and 12.5 just seems too low, which is great. Then you start thinking about this game in general. They're playing Jacksonville, who really struggle in pass rush. And Tua's going to have a lot of time to kind of do whatever he wants to do, whether he's going to Hill, whether he's going to Waddle. and they also had a bad secondary. So maybe over the top to Waddle for a long, touchdown would be great. But hopefully a lot of yardage from a very high-powered offense as we saw last year. So a lot of weapons for Miami, but again, should have a lot of time and space to be able to operate, at the highest level for Waddle here. So just thinking about the team, it's a great, team defense to go up against when you're taking the over on a receiver here. So really liking that. Then you start looking at the hit rates. We see 40% last year going over this fantasy score. That doesn't tell the whole story for me. A lot of these games are very, very close. And again, you got to think about the game in general. How is this going to work? Does he contribute to winning in terms of the spread and all these different things? You start breaking that down. So first, in general, when they won by 4 more points last year, they're 3.5-point favorites against this Jacksonville team. He was a big part of that. 63% of the time they won. He was part of that. 5 of 8 games going over that. And, one of these games very, very close. So I like to see that when they win games, when they're projected to win here, he's a big part of that. And then you start thinking, if you want to, I talked about this in the last video a lot when it didn't really matter because obviously they were in Brazil talking about the Eagles and the Packers game. But they're really home here, and Waddle thrives at home, whether he, sees a girl he likes in the stands or whatever it might be, maybe just gets hyped up by the crowd. 71% of times at home, he goes over this line. So a lot of good things pointing in the right direction here for Waddle. Not only is it great market value, not only are they going up against a team that they can really exploit their defensive troubles. Waddle has good home record, plays a big part in wins, and a lot of things going right for Waddle here. So 12.5, I'll take that any day of the week. And then moving on to Tua, we just talked about, how much time he's going to have in the pocket to kind of operate. And the pass completion percentage, again, not a lot of books have it, but at 66.9, Underdog's at 68.1. That's really the only other data point we have in terms of market value. So it is good to see that another book is thinking, a decent amount higher than this, than where PrizePicks is at. And then you start looking at the hit rate, start thinking about, how the game's going to go and stuff. 61% hit rate, obviously right around this the majority of the time. But then, again, minus 3.5 difference. You look at this first game, he missed it, right? But he threw 45 passes. So assuming that, this is a great combo if you think that Miami's going to control this game, which I kind of do think they're going to do that. And hopefully he doesn't have to pass a whole bunch because you see when he's around, 30 to 35 passes, he's going over this very consistently. So 61% hit rate in general over this pass completion percentage line at home. He gets a little bit of boost, 67%. I think that's exactly what it was before. But here's the real kicker for me. Again, spread is 3.5. That's where Vegas has set the line. If they go out and win by 4 points, how about 8 of 9 games last year he went over this? So again, hopefully he can control the game. Hopefully he doesn't have to throw 45 passes. That would be the time that he might miss this. But yeah, and I think he can do it, especially if he's in that 30 to 40 range on pass attempts. So great little combo there for Tua and Waddle, and really, really liking that one. Even if you don't take these other ones, I'm really liking this combo. And again, no payout shift on PrizePicks for comboing these guys, which is great. And then moving along from the Miami duo, we're going to Michael Pitman Jr. here, coming in, comboing with the Anthony Richardson rookie. I don't have a line for Richardson. I just didn't love what I was seeing from him. But if you can find one that you like, I don't mind comboing both of them because they had a great, connection at the beginning of last year before Anthony Richardson got injured. But, he looks ready to go. He's looking for a good second year and, looking to set the league on fire essentially. But we're focusing on Michael Pittman here, 5.5 receptions, taking the over. Market value really likes this. All the books around minus 130, minus 140. So we're definitely taking advantage of the inefficiency on PrizePicks system. We're taking that minus 130, minus 140 line rather than taking a plus money line on PrizePicks. It doesn't make any sense. So a lot of the books favoring the over here is essentially what that says. And then we start looking at the game, kind of what we're thinking here. Richardson and Pittman had a great combination or great connection when they played at the beginning of the year. 2 back-to-back games to start the season of 8 receptions. So I really do like to see that. Obviously, Richardson goes out with an injury, kind of a lull here for Pittman, but then did end up picking it back up near the end of the year. So 63% hit rate for Pittman last year. I don't mind that at all. Really liking what I'm seeing here, especially the fact that they're +3 here. So it should be kind of a shootout. Both teams' secondaries not very, good. Just defenses in general not very good. So we could see a high-scoring game and, some quick offense. The Houston offense is like ridiculous right now with their wide receiver core. So we should see a lot of points. If they're scoring quickly, that's just more offensive snaps for Pittman and the Colts here. So I think he's going to be on the floor a lot, or on the field a lot, and pick up a few receptions. We just need 6 from him. So he did it a lot when he was active, getting 8-9 receptions a lot of the time, and then he has some duds. So really liking this from a game perspective. In games that they lost by 3 or more, so when they were coming back trying to throw the ball a decent amount, 67% hit rate. Again, kind of throw this dud away. I'm not really sure what happened in there, and you can see the consistency of him getting a decent amount of receptions. So really liking Pitman here. Hopefully him and Richardson still have that connection, and don't mind this at all in terms of everything: market value, hit rates, game script, all of it. And then last but not least, sticking in the same game here, so we really only have to watch 2 games to sweat out this slip. Kaimi Fairbairn, 1.5 field goals made, kind of going into what I was talking about with Michael Pittman. There's going to be a lot of offense in this one. Not great defensively, especially Houston. If someone's going to have the offense, it's going to be Houston's side of things with their wide receiver core. Obviously there could be some struggles as the game kind of goes on and as the season goes on, but I'm thinking they get into at least field goal range. Maybe they're not throwing a million touchdowns down there, but getting down the field, getting Fairbairn some opportunities. And we've seen that he was able to do this very consistently at the beginning of last year. Obviously, they fell off a little bit towards the end of the season, but 8 of 14 games got over there in terms of games that they won. So games they're putting up a lot of points probably. We see he got over that in 71% of games, so 5 of 7. And the 2 games he missed, he did get 1. Wonder if he missed any? No. So he was perfect in the games that they went on and won. So a very good market value play here. If I look up Fairbairn right over here, I can get his field goals made. Consensus odds minus 130.9. PrizePicks, Underdog, Betr, they all have this available. It's a very general line for kickers, but all the books that have them up, minus 130 on the over, they're going to take you for plus money if you want to take the under there. So they're all saying it's more likely he goes over than goes under, and with their high-powered offense, you add in Mixon, even in the running back there, Stroud, second year, they should be in field goal range at least twice for Fairbairn to do his thing and get over there for us. So this is the 5-man. That's all I got for you today. Again, the Tua and the Jaylen Waddle connection. Really liking this combo. If you were only going to take 2 of them, I'd say to take that one. Maybe combo with another stack if you can find one. Then we got Pittman and Fairbairn in the same game. We talked about the high-powered offense just based on the defense of both teams. We should see a decent amount of scoring opportunities for both these teams. So really liking that as well. And then Caleb Williams, free square. If you're not on PrizePicks, check them out. You can use my link in the description. You can use my link in the description for a bunch of different things. You're going to get deposit matches. You're going to get promos, all these different types of things, and as well as free trials, discounts to tools or anything like that. And again, it's a great way to support the channel. If you want to check us out in our Discord, we're always talking sports, talking props, talking different plays. We're going to be posting a lot more than just this slip for tomorrow's slate of games. We've been killing it as well. I just looked at September so far, and we're up like 23 units already in September, and we're just on day 7. A lot of that to do with football starting and just a lot of sports going on. So great way to get in there for free is by signing up using one of my codes to any of my partners. So PrizePicks, Underdog, Betr, Sleeper, they're all in the description again of the video. And just DM me, say, hey, use your code. I'd like to check out the Discord for a free month, and I'll get you right in there. So sorry for bumbling through this one. That just happens when I'm in a little bit of a rush. It's Saturday night. Enjoy your night if you're watching this on Sunday morning. We got Red Zone coming right up. So not a lot to complain about, and hopefully we have a good day tomorrow. Again, leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, comment something down below. If you don't know how to get into the Discord, just comment something. I can help you out that way, because I know it can be a little bit confusing. But I'll see you guys on Monday. No video tomorrow, but we'll talk a lot in the Discord. So check us out. Peace out.